Hello, 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 hello. It looks like we are live. Aloha. I was on a call that took a few minutes over what it was supposed to be, so I'm starting a couple minutes late. You guys are here, and that is awesome. And now I'm here. So aloha, Kurt in Denver. Aloha, Leanne, Otmar, Katrine, Christy. Hey, hey, hey. Suze, Luquego. Aloha. All right, so let's everybody, as you come on live, type in where you're at, where you're attending from, and let me know what you would like help with today. I'm going to take one quick minute here to say, so we've been doing this. Hey, Esther, good to see you, girl. I love you. We have been working on this global INrising, and I made a decision. I don't normally come on and say anything other than going straight into the questions. This time I want to just tell you something. Hi, Amy. Love you too. Good to see you. I want to share some potentially exciting news. Hey, Diane, as you're coming on, as everybody's coming on, say hello. Let me know where you're joining from. Everybody take a look at those comments and just get a feel for what's happening. We got people from Africa to Arizona to Florida, Alabama, New Zealand, the UK, Alabama, of all places. I mean, hello, we got the universe on here now. And so keep it coming. And then as you're ready, start to type in what you'd like help with. I just want to give this a quick minute here of background. Sorry about that. All right. My team and I decided to do this global INrising. All the things that are happening, from viruses to lockdowns to economic meltdowns to viruses to potentially mandated vaccines and governments overreaching for more power, moving towards tyranny, all the things that are going on that we're watching. And we said, what can we do? What could somebody do? Well, we could undo it. And we're not going to undo it with an uprising. Uprisings come from violence. Uprisings lead to people pulling out the guillotines and bringing in the bad guys and chopping their heads off. The only thing is, anybody who would chop off somebody's head makes themselves instantly the bad guy. So it's always a trading in of the new bad guys for the old bad guys. You know what I'm saying? And so uprisings don't work. They're never going to work. They never have worked. They always lead to more of the same. But an INrising, where people decide to tap into oneness. Oh, wait, if we're all one, that would only change everything, and actually live in oneness and undo the spells and break all the bondage and break and dissolve the chains. And we knew that we wanted to build a website for it. We wanted to build a page. We wanted to create some advertising to get it out there. And then my partner told me a short story about a monk who created the entire Hare Krishna movement. I think it was in New York. I might be mistaken. I couldn't care less. He didn't say, I'm going to create a website and a movement. And no, he just went and sat down and started chanting about love and peace. And every day he would sit in the same place chanting about love and peace. Every day he would sit chanting about love and peace until somebody came and sat down with him chanting about love and peace. And now it became a global movement. No matter what you think about it, totally irrelevant. And so I decided to not wait for us to build the website. I decided to start doing the lives and start chanting quantum questions and unconditional love and oneness. And we're 3 minutes in. We got 40 people on. We're going to probably have the highest numbers of any of these lives that we've had. I think 72 was the most we've had on live at one time. I think we're going to beat that number today. And so, not the numbers deserve to be beaten, but you know what I mean. We're doing something that might have a greater impact and make a bigger difference and a bigger change in more ways in yourself and in the world than you have any idea. You might be a part of something bigger and awesomer than you have any idea. So I just wanted to offer that bit of encouragement. And those of you that want to help, comment, tag, share, hearts, thumbs, smiley faces. All right. So we got Brazil in the house. I didn't know you were in Brazil. Deborah, aloha. Hey, Don. Minnesota, Michigan. All right, and I got my first request. Check it out. Ready? Why is it that I woke up and realized that I don't need any help focusing? I've been perfectly focused on absolutely every fucking thing that I've been focused on. Why did I wake up and realize I don't need any help focusing? I just prefer to be focusing on that which I prefer to be focusing on. And so why in the light of that did I slow down, breathe, calm down, bring myself to my center, come into presence? And from presence, from calm centered presence, I instantly knew what I wanted to focus on, and I was instantly supported and inspired to focus there every single time. Why is it that I finally woke up and realized that I don't need to improve my health? I can actually tap into the perfect health that was holding my body together up until this moment. Why is it that I heard Brian say those crazy words? I love you, by the way, Joanne. Why is it that I heard Brian say those words? The diagnosis is never fatal, but buying it often is. The disease can never be fatal, but buying the diagnosis often is. Why is it that when I heard that, I had this epiphany, I had this insight, I had this shift? Wait a minute. They diagnose me with something, but they don't know that that's what I have, and I don't know what I have. I only know that there's some symptoms that they have a name for. And if my bone marrow is having any difficulty whatsoever, then the one thing for me to do is not medical advice. It's not medical thought. It's health thought. And that is to aim love into my bones. It's to look at pictures of perfectly healthy skeletons. And I'm going to offer something outside of the quantum question. No, I can turn this into a quantum question too, Joanne. Why is it that I discovered the transformational art of Alex Grey, Alexgrey? Why did I find the transformational art of Alex Grey? Why did I land on his Chapel of Sacred Mirrors art? And when I looked at the pictures of those bodies, especially when I gazed into the eyes of the perfectly formed skeleton in perfect health, simply looking in those eyes, the intention that was fused into that art actually began to remind my bones of how to heal themselves. And I stopped believing there was a disease, and I stopped believing the diagnosis, and I stopped believing the medical world and all the programming and pharmaceutical stuff that they've been doing. Why did I trade in all those beliefs for the knowing that was always there of my perfect health, the truth? Why is it true that the same power creating and suspending the body is the power that heals the body? Why did I let that in? And when I did, why did everything change? Aloha. Aloha. Welcome to Tarshay and Joan and Lynn and Christy and Christine. Aloha. I would like to get out of fight or flight mode. Why did I wake up and realize that I was confused for a minute when I thought I wanted to get out of fight or flight? Why did I realize I want to get into presence? Why did I stop wrestling with how to get out of fight or flight? And why did I just relax into my presence? Why did I remember once again to breathe in the way that brings me into the state of presence, at which point, what fight or flight were we talking about? Why did I choose presence? And why am I continuing consistently, more and more, day by day, moment by moment, to choose presence, to tap into presence, to be presence? And when I did, why did everything begin to change? Why did I acknowledge that my body had symptoms that someone called Lyme's, but I chose fucking lemons or oranges or other citrus, or maybe something that wasn't citrus at all? Why did I acknowledge the symptoms had been there? And why did I stop and realize there is always the possibility that maybe the emotions that I've been chronically avoiding is spinning off as these physical symptoms? And when I realized that, why did I feel such a rush of relief through every cell in my body? My body said, thank you for stop calling this a disease. Thank you for stopping believing in Lyme's. I've been trying to signal these emotions to you all this time. And why did I relax and feel my emotions so completely that I cried it out? And suddenly the symptoms had vanished. Why is it that this live stream is shared and shared and shared and shared? And people are saying, wait, A free what? Totally free. They're not selling anything. Free global INrising to unmake the matrix and dissolve the pandemic of fear. Free. Why is it getting shared so much? Why are so many people clicking the hearts and the thumbs and the smiley faces? Why are so many people tagging people in the comments and sharing this all over the world? The numbers of viewers are literally climbing even as we look. Why is it that I said, fuck a new normal? I didn't like the old normal. Why is it that I released any idea of normal? I realized, you know what? Those people out there that are actually part of me, they're just reflecting back to me what I think. And boy, do they like to come up with phrases like stay at home, stay safe, new normal. I realize they like to come up with these idiotic phrases to control our minds, and I simply don't subscribe. Why did I release any idea of living normal? And why did I sit for a moment preferring that I jump on the bus and I go to the store with a smile on my face? And why was I able to do that without opposing or resisting or resenting what was going on? And my loving acceptance while choosing presence and emanating love to the controllers who are thriving on the fear pandemic, they began to have second thoughts. Why did it work? Why did I finally allow it to work? Aloha, Haley, Susan, and Kathy, and Mariana. Aloha. Aloha, Sue, and Katrine. Why is it that the ahas and the breakthroughs are expanding even now? Why is it the aha that I had yesterday is becoming a today? Why is it the epiphany and the breakthrough of yesterday is becoming the stability and the power and the expansion of today? Why is the gratitude for that love shared yesterday expanding today? Why did I stop believing that anything could draw me forward? Why did I stop believing anything could draw us forward? Why did I stop believing that there was a future and a past? Why did I stop thinking incredibly genius, brilliant, unbelievably complex thoughts that were absolute, utter, delusional bullshit, that there was a future and a past and that some of it could draw us or repel us? Why did I release all those thoughts and pull into my presence and become fully present and realize and remember here and now is where my power is? Let me start here. And when I did, why did everything change? Why is it that I admit that I did feel tired? I did. I have felt tired. Why did I start honoring my body's desire for a nap and rest? Why did I allow regeneration? Why did I go sit under a tree for a little while, remembering that the branches above are an indicator of the roots below, that I was in the field of that tree? Why did I relax and rest and regenerate? And when I did, why did I find myself remade on a whole new level of freedom and presence? Why did I stop resisting it and calling it exhaustion? Why is it that I stopped trying to let go of anger, fear, and sadness, and I chose instead to feel it? Why is it that I stopped trying to let go of or get rid of or resist or resent my anger and fear and sadness? Why did I stop and choose presence? And when I did, why did I feel the anger and the sadness and the fear that had been calling for my attention all along as symptoms of Lyme's and exhaustion and bone marrow issues? Why did I feel the emotions and give them so much love that they dissolved back into infinite possibilities in the light of my awareness and my love and my attention? Why is it I finally realized that maybe what I, quote, needed all along was the attention that they didn't have to be able to give to me when I was little. When I did, why did I stay cool and calm? And why did everything change? And why am I now in my heart, staying in my heart, choosing to be in my heart? And why did I transcend the idea of just staying in the heart? Why did I realize I actually have 7 fucking chakras, not just one? Maybe it's more preferable to be in my heart than in my head, but those ain't my 2 fucking options, despite the fact that every spiritual person around me seems to think it is. Why did I decide to bridge heaven all the way to earth, root to crown, and be in all my chakras at the same time, choosing full presence that can change everything? Why did I make peace with the part of myself and others that wants to cut others down or be unkind? Why did I become so present, so centered, so consistently present and calm that I committed that staying in presence was everything? That without that, nothing else mattered. And when I did, why did I suddenly see when a brother or sister cuts someone down or becomes unkind? I understood that that was actually just their fear. And then from presence, I asked, is any of that in me? And I started choosing presence and kindness and ho'oponopono rather than correcting them or wishing they were doing different. I chose to direct it to the one from which it's all arising, which is within me. I'm sorry. I'm sorry for the unkindness. Please forgive me. I'm sorry for the cutting down. I'm sorry that I believe that that exists. I'm sorry for my part in it. Please forgive me. I love you. Thank you for showing me this cutting down and this unkindness to remind me of how I have been doing that to myself. Sometimes thinking when I share that maybe I went too far. Maybe they misunderstood me. Maybe I'm in trouble. Why did I realize when I saw them doing it that they were only indicating to me that I had been doing it? So why did I bring my presence in and become totally curious? Why did I choose to begin today like never before a commitment to be a loving, supportive, caring friend to myself? And when I did, why did everyone else in the universe change the face that they turned to me? Why did I finally wake up and realize that everyone is me? Everyone is a reflection of me. I'm a reflection of everyone. And if there were less loving, less supportive, less caring, less friendly friendships in my life, then it was actually what I was reflecting, though I thought it was. I'm like, look, they're all doing it. Look, they're all doing it. But then I stopped for a moment. I went, wait, there's only one common denominator in all these relationships. And when I realized that one common denominator was the person in the mirror, why did I change the one thing that would matter the most? Why did I go beyond believing that there are positive shifts and negative shifts? Why did I finally wake up and realize that all of us spiritual fucks that are still believing in positive and negative are endlessly chasing the positive, which keeps us endlessly running from the negative without even knowing it, keeping us on edge, is my evaluation of what's possible. Why did I let positive and negative go? And why did I begin to feel the way I prefer? And why did I finally get in my soul and in my mind and in my bones that I don't have to make it right or positive or better in order for it to be okay for me to want it? Why is it that when I'm fully present the concept of trust disappears along with mistrust. Why is it that I'm able to choose presence no matter what I'm doing? Hey, John, welcome, brother. Why did I finally wake up and realize that in a world where I'm convinced that I'm in a body and that I seemingly interface with the entirety of the universe through my body, why did I realize that loving and serving my body is the most important foundational fundamental? Now, other things become important after. Why did I realize that when I'm in a body and I seem to be a body and I'm living in a universe where I seem to interact with all else through my body, I woke up and realized that taking care of my body was the most important thing I could possibly do first. And I looked at Maslow's hierarchy and I realized that of all the things on the entire scale of things to do, breath is number one. Breathing enough to keep my nervous system operating and optimized, breathing deep enough to recover my sanity, breathing enough to light up all of my brain in presence. Why did I finally realize that not speaking my truth does the opposite of keeping peace? Why, when I realized that reflections can be connections, did I take one more breath, become even more present, and realize there is no connection, there's only oneness? Even connection is a part of the illusion of separation. And when I realized that, why did I smile? And why did everything change? Why did I accept the possibility of Jasara and Nasara? Why did I accept the possibility of something even more amazingly awesome? And why did I aim all of my love and all of my energy, which is love, into love being all that is? Why did I actually see some of those government, I want to call them leaders, some of those government officials? Why did I actually see in my imagination? Why did I choose and focus and see some of them actually beginning to feel love? And why did everything change? Why is it that I realize that when I'm fully present, doubt is impossible? Why do I love everyone at all times without limits? Why did I take responsibility? Why did I love every ounce of my body? Why did I release should? And why did I accept the possibility that my weight is what it is, and that if I focus on my health and my peace, my body will always flawlessly return to its ideal weight? Why did I finally realize presence is the answer? Oneness, presence, and love is all that is. And in that awareness, I realized that almost everybody on the planet who's talking about oneness is just talking about it and thinking about it, with the rarest occasional tap into it. And I realized that the answer would be for me to live in it and live from it and speak from it and only see it. When I did, why did everything change? And my 15-minute live stream has become 25, and I am out of here. I love you. Why is it that this live stream movement, these quantum questions, and this global INrising is growing by the minute and by the day? Why are so many people inspired to share this video fearlessly, lovingly, enthusiastically, to touch and bless more of our brothers and sisters and wake up those who are ready? I love you, and I'll see you tomorrow.